everyone. Welcome to another Chosen Lifeline for relationships. My name is Walter Jennings.
My name is Charmaine Jennings.
We're your Chosen Life practitioners. We've been called to challenge and change
relationship culture.
Today, we want to spend a couple of minutes talking about dating after a breakup or divorce. And many individuals are oftentimes, they are really contemplating the idea of, do I entertain more of the same?
Mm-hmm.
Do I go completely opposite of what I've experienced, or do I just allow myself to be completely open? And so we want to share some of the pros and cons when we think about entering or re-entering into the dating pool of those particular areas.
All right. And so there's some positive sides of more of the same, right? And here at Chosen Life Specialists, we believe that definitely we believe in the work of inside out before outside in, right? But in this instance, there's some positive things about more of the same. Well, you're familiar, right? The familiarity of the same, right? And so let's say your ex, they exhibited certain types of characteristics that were good, that were positive, right? Those are some things that are familiar to you, and that's completely okay, right? Because you're comfortable with them, you're familiar with these types of behaviors. It might be the gentleman who opens the door like that. That's something that I want to stick with, right? And so those are all things that can make embracing more of the same, valuable. Mm-hmm. And then there's the negative side of more of the same, right? That is where familiarity can breed contempt, right? You can become bored. You can feel limited by, I've been in a relationship for 15 years with this person, and I think I've had enough. I want a little, so sometimes more of the same. When you find that familiarity, it can cause challenges because this person reminds you too much of your ex.
Absolutely. And so that familiarity can, again, as you mentioned, breed boredom. Mm-hmm. And so you find yourself in a place where you're looking for something different, new, and exciting. So if you're in that place where you've decided that, I've experienced this and I want to go the total opposite, different extreme. I want to experience something completely different. The pro of that is that it is absolutely very adventurous. Mm-hmm. It's exciting. It's new. It's different, right? So it becomes this thing where you're able to open yourself up to some new experiences and really explore. And it also provides a growth opportunity for you as well. It allows you the chance to really expand on your experiences. Often it will allow you to engage in a skill set or engage in some activities and various things that may be out of your comfort zone or out of your particular box of things that you're used to. Now, on the challenging side, it can provide a conflict morally and ethically. So you have to be careful about when it's different. Is this going to go against my values and my principles? So we have to be very careful, again, of the potential moral conflict that exists when we do decide that we're going to try something different. What is going to be my boundary? What are going to be some of the parameters and things that I'm going to adhere to that I'm not going to go past? And then the other side of that is it can provide a threat to cultural and your situational awareness. What do I mean by that? When you are in a comfortable and familiar place and you know exactly what to expect, you know how to behave in a way to anticipate danger. Okay, that's something that I'm not used to. That's a situation that we need to move. We need to do something different. When you're in a new situation that you're not necessarily familiar with, there are certain things that may be naturally a part of the culture that for you may represent a threat. And on the opposite side, there may be some things that it seems fine on the surface, but you're actually in danger. So this is really important in ensuring that if you're going to explore something completely different, make sure that that person is going to have your best interests in mind and that you trust them to actually look out for you in the process.
Absolutely. And our last tip is in the dating process, when you're getting back out there, you might choose not more of the same or completely opposite or different from my ex. You might say, you know what? I'm just going to be open-minded. I'm open for whatever comes my way. I'm going to look at that as an opportunity to grow, stretch, and I'm going to embrace that. And so the positive side of that is the flexibility. There's freedom. There's fun. You have an open mind. And so you have the opportunity to be exploratory, right? You can explore new things. You can stretch yourself beyond what you've known, what you've experienced. And so it can be a great process to have that mindset and to have that being ready to be open to whatever. Now, the negative side of that is the whatever, right? the whatever piece, it can make you directionless. Like, where are you trying to go, right? Are you open to just dating anyone? I mean, somebody that worships lizards, someone that likes to eat raccoons. I don't know. I mean, if that's your thing, that's your thing. But if you know that you have certain preferences and that if you have those boundaries and expectations, you know, that can definitely cause some challenges. It also may compromise your values and your principles. And so when you say I'm open to whatever, we believe that words have power here at Chosen Life Specialists. And so we want to make sure that we set you up to be intentional and to make sure that you keep your values and your principles at the core of every decision you make.
Absolutely. You want to make sure that you are considering your values and your principles as you're going forward and making your decisions. And we would love to speak to you about that. Yes. So reach out to us at chosenlifespecialist.com to talk to us about your individual path and journey. Or if you are in a relationship or just coming out of a relationship, we would love to speak to you about your next steps and moving forward. Again, my name is Walter Jennings.
My name is Charmaine Jennings.
We are your Chosen Life practitioners, where we have been called to challenge and change
relationship culture. Visit chosenlifespecialist.com and book us for a session. And until next time. Do you remember the butterflies in your stomach when you and your partner had your first kiss or held hands? Or when you received that first I heart you emoji text message?
Happy emotions can be the centerpiece of relationships. But what happens when anger, frustration, or disappointment show up?
Do you have the support, skills, and strategies to exercise effective emotional intelligence? Contact us at chosenlifespecialist.com.
Chosen Life Specialists, where we have been called to challenge and change
relationship culture.